So, Vlogalogue, so we haven't even started yet, and I already know this video is going to be hard to edit. Anyway, let's try to wrap up last week before we forge ahead into the new week. So, I learned a couple of interesting things in this watching through everyone's video, and I just tried to watch through everyone's again. I will note that I am recording this at 10:30 on the evening on Thursday, because I'm going to PAX tomorrow, and so I will not have time to make a video tomorrow until like 1 o'clock in the morning at earliest, or whatever. Anyway, at this point, DK has not uploaded his video. I still trust that he will get his up in time. Cross fingers there. I hope it was really good, but sorry, I won't be commenting on that. But, so basically the thing I got out of this week's video was that I have a totally different view on what I am and who I am than perhaps would be healthy. Like, maybe I have imposter syndrome, which I know is something I am a little bit prone to and can have tendencies to think that way. And for those of you who don't know, imposter syndrome is like, where you can't take credit for your own accomplishments. And sometimes, in bad periods of time, like we all have ups and downs in life, and I'm kind of in a down right now, and I'll be honest with you about that. We get to thinking bad things, and sometimes I may think that, you know, I don't deserve anything that I've achieved, and it's all random chance, and the universe is deterministic, and there's nothing I can do about anything, and I just am what I am because of random happenstance. And I may have randomly ran into different people, and saw certain people, and that they shaped who I was, and that I am not the master of my own destiny, which is kind of what Kevin and Luke and Niall were trying to get at. And no, that's not what they were actually talking about, but that's where my brain went, because I started thinking that, maybe I'm putting too much focus on who has inspired me to begin with, and not enough about who I am, and stuff like that. Anyway, that's a bit of a downer, I think. I think maybe internally I was trying to ask another question, and I got to thinking about what we on Vlogalogue do, and what kind of is the point. I mean, Vlogalogue is vlog and dialogue put together, in case you didn't know that. And so we try to have a dialogue about a topic or an issue, and I got to thinking, what would happen if we took the whole group of us, the 5 of us, we sat down and we were all in one room together, and we started to talk about something. What would we talk about? Would it be just like the recent news like Leonard Nimoy, or I would hope it would be something a little bit more deep and perhaps meaningful, or maybe not, I don't know, maybe that's just thinking too much of us. With that concept of the 5 of us sitting in a room together in mind, it would be absurd for one of us to just stand up and say, let's talk about this and go in this direction. I think I'd like to just talk about stuff and then see what happens, instead of saying, here's the topic for this week. I'm just going to talk about something and see what people pull out of it, because that's kind of my job here on Vlogalogue, is to get people talking. So let's try that. So a week ago, I started uploading daily vlogs again with the whole intention of just pushing forward and making a whole bunch of videos every day and do a whole bunch of fun, cool stuff like I had been doing for a long time ago in a galaxy far away. And then I got to a week, and then I just kind of stopped. I made one video that I was really proud of, and I was really happy with it, how it came out, and then I made another video which I wasn't so much, and then I was like, why am I doing this? I should stop. And then I did. And it wasn't necessarily just a decision that I made, just sitting down and said, I should stop. No, I was sitting on the couch, and I was like, oh, time to make a video. Nah, not feeling it. I'm not gonna push myself. And that was sort of the end of it. And I don't really know why. Kevin and I have been talking a little bit about the whole YouTube-y thing. We've talked about it like every time we've met, and talked about it all the time, because, you know, we sort of met on YouTube, and we met trying to fix YouTube and trying to make it a better place. And, you know, there's a little bit of thought that, like, YouTube has died. Like, there aren't, it's been stifled by YouTube, the company. And I don't know if that's true. I don't know if I believe in that. Maybe what I was doing a couple of weeks ago when I started making videos was just like, no, I refuse to let this thing die. And certainly why I was very excited to get Vlogalogue going again, because I could get my favorite creators, or a selection of them, to start making YouTube videos again, because now that I am not making videos on any sort of regular schedule again, maybe I'll come back to that. I want to come back to that. I tried a week ago. I'll probably try in another couple days. But none of us make videos on a regular schedule or a regular basis anymore. And I want to know, like, why, I guess. Let's talk about that, because that's sort of like, I guess you could say, an elephant in the room. If you were to look at this selection of creators that we have gotten for this YouTube channel, Niall is working on a secret project that's not so secret, and I'm really looking forward to that, but, you know, that doesn't necessarily necessitate that there aren't videos on main channels. DK made a pretty awesome video recently, if you didn't check that out, but it just seems like, on a whole, compared to where we were a year ago when we started this channel, all of us aren't making very many videos. And I really don't want to admit that it's because YouTube had died. I don't want that to be the case, but maybe it's a bit of just survival bias, or survival bias, what does that even mean? Maybe it's just a bit of wishful thinking. That's the phrase I was looking for. And I don't know, guys. Why? I guess, why? Like, why don't we make videos? Why am I finding it harder to make videos on a regular schedule? And why are you guys finding it hard to make videos on a regular schedule? My heater's turning on, so that's my sign to go. I'll talk to you in the comments, and I'll talk to you again when I make another video. Until then, bye!